Of Apples and Magic by Legion of Pony. Of What Love Bestows, Part 1. It was a few days after their honeymoon, and Twilight had just returned from the bathroom once more, her stomach once more emptied of its content, her throat stinging from the stomach acid and undigested breakfast that had been violently expelled. Applejack had once more heard everything, and this time she had had enough. She had been dealing with this on and off for the past month, and finally enough was enough. "Twi, we're going to the doctor," Applejack said flatly, her expression hard and unyielding. "Applejack, it's just a little—" No more of that flu nonsense. Flu don't cause major heartburn during or every morning, or puking every few with no other symptoms of a flu. This ain't a flu. You're going to the doctor with me, even if I gotta drag you there by your tail. You hear?" Twilight sighed, then nodded. "All right, if you're that determined. Just let me get ready," she said, gathering her saddlebags. Less than an hour later, Applejack and Twilight sat in the examination room of Ponyville General Hospital. As the doctor did Twilight's vitals, he asked Applejack to leave the room for patient confidentiality. "It's all right, Doc. I'm comfortable with sharing anything concerning my help with Applejack, my wife," Twilight said, with the doctor simply smiling and nodding. "So, what seems to be the problem, Your Highness?" Dr. Stable asked, looking over her chart. "Let's see. Morning sickness, increased appetite, steady weight gain. Yes, I have a strong idea just what's causing this. But first, let's get the full physical you requested done." Twilight had originally wanted to just apologize for wasting the doctor's time on a simple malady and leave, but him stating he knew the cause had changed that. Plus, Applejack insisted. "Doctor, you have performed any test you deem appropriate for their symptoms. Price is no objection for Twilight's health," she said, nudging at her bit pouch. Stable simply nodded passively when the money was mentioned, with it never being his focus, then got to work. He performed a simple physical, collected a few vials of blood and a cup of urine from Twilight before then going off to the lab and leaving the two alone in the examination room. Within 5 minutes, Stable returned, wearing a very bright smile. "So what is it, Doc? Is Twi all right?" Applejack asked, a hint of worry in her voice despite the practitioner's cheery disposition. "Well, as I suspected. She's a perfectly healthy young mare in prime condition in every category according to the physical I performed." Doc started, his smile widening a bit. "Also, according to the symptoms reported by you, I took the liberty of performing a standard pregnancy test as well, and it came back positive. Congratulations, Miss Twilight, you're 2 months pregnant," Stable said, showing her the positive pregnancy test result and also giving a big, genuine smile. He always loved delivering this kind of news. Both Twilight and Applejack were dumbfounded. How hadn't they seen it, with that conclusion glaring them in the face? Oh, Twilight stammered out, getting off of the examination table. "So, it was just a baby causing the symptoms?" she asked, though she subconsciously had known it all along. Doc nodded. "Since you aren't too surprised, I suspect you may have known?" he asked, receiving a nod. "Well, since you didn't know for sure you were pregnant till now, I should probably first ask you if you would like to keep it," the doctor asked, swiftly receiving rapid nods from Twilight and Applejack both, finding it odd that Applejack was also nodding. "Right, great to know. Now, the reason for the severe morning sickness, in addition to the natural hormonal changes involved with pregnancy, is likely because you probably haven't adapted your diet to properly reflect that you're carrying now, which may have been aggravating your stomach more." Twilight nodded, remembering she indeed ate a lot of things that probably weren't the best for an upset stomach. "All right, then. I'm going to write you a prescription for prenatal vitamins to keep you and the foal healthy. Another for pregnancy-safe anti-nausea medicine to help with the morning sickness, and also give you a pamphlet for a proper diet for a pregnant mare. Also, stress strongly contributes to pregnancy symptoms, so try to keep calm as much as possible. Oh, and off the record, Since this wasn't a planned studying, I would like to suggest you inform the potential sire that you are carrying his foal, even if it was a one-time fling in your estrus. Not that I'm saying that it was, but it's not all uncommon. As a proud father of two, I know I'll be devastated if I found out years later I have a foal and never got to see them growing up. Of course, this is your choice, but, give it some thought. Twilight smiled, looking to Applejack. I think the sire knows very well I'm carrying their foal, she said, getting a smile and a nuzzle from her wife, and once more leaving the doctor confused. And they're definitely going to know it's growing up. Right. Well, anyways, let me get to that prescription filled out and you two can be on your way, Doc said, moving to his prescription pad. After they left the hospital and headed back to Sweet Apple Acres, with a small, white prescription bag held in her magic, Twilight felt Applejack place a hoof on her shoulder, prompting her to stop. As she did, Applejack quickly met her lips to Twilight, with her reciprocating in kind and pushing back into it. Breaking the kiss moments later, both opened their eyes, and saw in their lovers the same intense joy they felt themselves. I can't believe you're really pregnant. I guess that penis spell really did work after all, Applejack exclaimed quietly, virtually jumping out of her horseshoes at the prospect of becoming a mother. I love you so darn much, Twi. Yep, it sure did. And I love you too, Applejack, Twilight responded, pressing her chest to Applejack's, wrapping a hoof around her in an embrace. More than any pony in all of Equestria or anywhere else. I'm so happy you're carrying her foal, Twi. Me too, Applejack, Twilight responded, nuzzling into her mate's neck. And I'm sure our friends and families will be too. A month later, 2 after their honeymoon, Applejack started developing symptoms just as Twilight had. Powerful, though more occasional, morning heartburns and sickness, steady weight gain, strange cravings, and an odd moving sensation in her lower belly, all of which told her exactly what was going on, given Twilight's experiences. Twi, I may be preggers. We need to go to the hospital to find out. Let's go, Twilight stated flatly one morning after a rather unpleasant instance of vomiting, getting a nod from Twilight. They had both been expecting this after all, having intentionally had sex in Applejack's heat up until it had ended for just this reason, to have a foal. After meeting Dr. Stable again, the pregnancy tests were performed, with the two then awaiting the results. Well, congratulations, you two, Doc said as he walked into the room with the test results. Applejack, your test came back positive. You're indeed with foal. Twilight and Applejack were once more overjoyed at the news, happy that they were having 2 foals now, already making plans for them both. Well, looks like that penis spell really worked, huh? Got both of us preggers, Applejack exclaimed once it was just them again, walking back to Sweet Apple Acres after filling the same prescription Twilight had gotten. Twilight only chuckled and nuzzled her mate, mirthful at them being able to share their pregnancies together at the same time, and being able to tell all of their friends and families they were both having a foal, instead of only Twilight. Dr. Stable, I need to confirm this, the radiologist said at Twilight's 3-month foal viewing, positioning the ultrasound paddle over a certain spot on Twilight's lower belly, with Applejack at her bedside, and all 4 looking at the screen displaying the inside of Twilight's womb. Inside were 2 smallish shapes that resembled ponies, both of their heads having a small nub that would eventually develop into a unicorn's horn. Yep, that's officially confirmed. Princess Twilight, you're carrying what appears to be 2 unicorn twins. Congratulations, the doctor said in an excited tone. Both appear to be healthy and are correct for the average growth of a unicorn fetus during this stage. The 2 parents merely beamed in their excitement. Wait, twins? Both asked at the same time, getting nods from the doctor as they were shown. Their 2 foals' outlines pointed out on the screen. Wow, twins, Twilight said, feeling excitement and nervousness, something their friend Pinkie Pie had called being nervous-sighted, welling in her at the prospect of raising her 2 foals, then another from Applejack's pregnancy. Twilight then giggled, getting a silly idea. Wouldn't it be something if you had twins too? She asked, getting a reciprocating chuckle from Applejack. Well, twins are a rare thing in ponies. That ain't too likely, Applejack said, giving a chuff. I say we're blessed enough with you having a pair. It was 2 months later as Twilight and Applejack looked at the ultrasound screen within the hospital radiology department, but this time it was for Applejack to have her 3-month full viewing. Once more the doctor was called over to look at the screen, and once more all were surprised as 2 forms were pointed out on the slightly fuzzy screen, with Dr. Stable once more confirming twins. Applejack was carrying 2 Earth ponies, given a lack of the starting of wings or horns that were always visible by this stage of development. Oh hey, you gotta be kidding me, Applejack said to Twilight in awe as her prediction from weeks ago had come true. Well, I can safely say that this is the first time I've ever seen a mare couple carrying twins at the same time, and not only that, but 2 of their own races. You two are truly blessed. Congratulations again, the doctor said, only receiving huge smiles from the couple, who then swiftly gave each other a hug and nuzzle, barely restraining themselves from kissing in front of the staff. After all, there was plenty of time for that, and more at home, for the celebration. Oh, holy hey, Applejack said, looking at the start of their second pair of foals on the screen. 2 sets of twins. I can hardly believe it. Twilight was equally awestruck, knowing how astronomically low the odds were that both would be pregnant with twins at the same time, and with both being of their own race. I can't either, but I'm happy nonetheless. We're gonna have 4 foals, Applejack! 4! Applejack only smiled, kissing her wife on the cheek and wrapping a hoof around her neck, squeezing her into a hug and wetting her neck with her happy tears. I know, Twi. I'm more than happy. She said, only to be unable to find a word describing her elation. Really happy too. As they left the hospital that day and arrived home, hearing the cheers of their friends and families over them both having twins, they spent a good few hours snuggling and spending time together, rubbing each other's bellies. Applejack's just showing and Twilight significantly bulging already, and discussing what their future may hold with the 2 sets of twins. Occasionally, they would kiss softly, showing each other just how much they loved their lifelong mate, and how much they appreciated each other carrying their foals.